Assalamualaikum.
My name is Muhammad Adi Putra Beriza Asbi. My number matrix is 11D8024F1034.
My name is Ahmad Nini Iskandar and my number matrix is 11D8024F and 1089.
My name is Muhammad Faris bin Nazri. My number is 11D8024F1080.
The number is Nidne Shafi bin Nafi. The number matrix is 11D80 24F1027.
Alright, so today, first of all, thank for being here today with me and my group. So today we are going to discuss. I'm going to present you guys about labor force and unemployment in Malaysia. Alright? Dah,
Yeah.
cut.
I will be the first presenter. This topic affects all of us students and future workers. Understanding these trends help us see where the jobs are, how the economy is moving, and what our future market looks like. So we will take a look at our introduction. So before we look at the specific charts, let us understand what are we tracking today. In this presentation, we will look closely at three main things. First, how many people are entering the workforce across different states. Second, how many jobs are actually available and how many people are looking for work. And third, where the economy momentum is shifting in our country. So let's dive into our first set of data. Alright, so let's start by looking at where the workers are located in Malaysia. So this is the horizontal bar chart. The title of this chart is Labor Force Rate by State Percent. The vertical axis, which is the y-axis, lists the different states in Malaysia. The horizontal axis, which is the x-axis, shows the percentage rate of labor force, ranging from 0% to 80%. So each bar has a specific label showing the exact percentage for that state. For example, Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya is at the top with 79.2%, Selangor is at 17.8%, and Kuala Lumpur is at 17.6%. On the lower end, Kelantan is labelled at 59%. So what does this tell us? It shows us that federal territories at highly developed states like Putrajaya, Selangor, and Kuala Lumpur have the highest percentage of people active in the workforce. So next, let's look at the flip side of the coin, unemployment across the states. This is also a horizontal bar chart. This is a unemployment rate by state percent. The vertical axis, y-axis, shows the states in Malaysia. The horizontal axis, x-axis shows the percentage rate of unemployment, scaling from 0% to 6%. So the bars are labeled with the unemployment percentage for each state. Sabah sits at the very top with a label of 5.5%, followed by Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan at 5.1%. On the very bottom, Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya has the lowest unemployment rate at just 1.3%. So what we all can see here, we can clearly see a big difference between regions. While Putrajaya has a very labor participation rate and very low unemployment, 1.3%. Sabah faced a tougher situation with the highest unemployment rate in the country at 5.5%. This tells us that job creation is not equal across all states. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, let's look at how unemployment has changed nationally over the last few years, leading up to the first quarter of 2026. This is a horizontal group bar chart. The title is Unemployment Percent, Quarter 1 2024 until Quarter 1 2026. The vertical axis y-axis shows the years 2024 until 2026. The horizontal axis x track the number of unemployment measured in thousand ranging from 0 to the 800. The bar shows the total number of unemployment people in thousand. In early 2024, it was labeled at 551 900,000. By the first quarter of 2026, it dropped down to the 500, 500,000. The legend break down the color code bar into the four quarter. Quarter 1, January to February. March, I'm sorry. Quarter 2, April to June. Quarter 3, July to September, and quarter 4, October to December. The trend here is clear. News can see a steady downward trend. The number of unemployment individuals has dropped quarter after quarter, going from over 551,000 down to 506,000. So that Malaysia economy is successfully creating new jobs and getting people back to work. Okay, next slide. Let's look at how it's getting this job by breaking down the data by gender. This is a horizontal grouped bar. The title is Unemployment Percent by Sex, Quarter 1 2024 until Quarter 1 2026. The vertical axis Y display the time period by year and quarter from 2024 Quarter 1 to 2026 Quarter 1. The horizontal axis X show the number of unemployment person measured in million from 0 to 12 million. The bar show number in million for quarter 1 2026. The male workforce stand at 10 million and the male worker is 6 million. The legend clearly separate the data by color. The blue bar represent male workers and the pink or orange bar represent female worker. What we can learn from this chart is that both men and women are finding more work over time. However, there is still a noticeable gap. The number of employment men is much higher than the number of unemployment women. This shows that while the economy is growing, there is still room to encourage more female participation in workforce. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to the next person.
So, I'm the presenter number 3. I will present you guys about time-related underemployment. Since it's not enough to just have a job. The quality of the job and the hours work matters too. Let's look at the underemployment. If you can see the slide show this is a vertical group bar chart, and the title is employ persons working less than 30 hours per week and time related underemployment. And the vertical axis Y, or I can say the straight line, show the number of employed straight line like this. Show the number of employed person by thousand. Which mean 30, if you can see, and ranging from 0 to 300,000. The horizontal x, which is the under graph, if you can see, show the timeline, the broken down by months, quarter, and years. If you can see, we have 3 years. That is 20 2024, 2025, and 2026. So the chat used the visual hack to compare the two metrics over the quarters. The legend at the top explain the colors. The white bars, if you guys can see, show employed person working less than 30 hours, and the gray bars show time related underemployment. This chat tells a very positive story. The job uh, uh, the white bar are shrinking, which means fewer people are start working short hours. It mean the people working less than 30 hours. It mean like they are working part time. So this lesser. At the same time, the gray bar are shrinking too, meaning the time related underemployment is steadily dropping, and more people are getting the full-time hour by what they want. So we move on to the next slide. Let's talk about the different kind of problems, skill-related unemployment. This happen when a person high level of education or training but is working in simple job that does not require those skill, like if you have PhD and suddenly you working at as barista like in this use, it's mean this economy in Malaysia is going something somewhere wrong. So let's cut to the chase. I will explain the chat types. D is combination chat using a line graph overlaying an area graph, and the title is skill related underemployment, Q1 2024 to Q1 2026, and the horizontal axis adds track the years and months by quarter, and the vertical axis track two items, the total number of people on the left side and the percentage rate on the other sides. The data points show exact figure. The white area peaks at 1,642 and 9,000 people before dropping to 1,634.7 thousand in Q1 2026. The orange line labels drop from 36.4% down to 35.2%. Even though 1.9 million people are still overqualified for the current job, the overall rate has dropped steadily to 35.2%. This show a long-term improvement in the labor markets. The economy is slowly starting to create more high-skill jobs that match with the talent of our graduates. So, thank you.
Let's look at final data breakdown of the first quarter of 2026, which has two pie charts to give it a structured view of the market. First, the first chart and the second section show the status to choose. From the employee status pie chart make up the biggest slide at 6.3%. Like freelance or solo business owner are the 7.5%, make up 3.8% and make up 2.4%. Fraud tools outside the labor force is the main reason at 45.1%, following by at 40.1% and at 40.8% search of the website. This tells us that the vast majority of working Malaysians are from employed. It also shows us that most people who are not working are actually taking care of the their family or are students just like us preparation to enter the workforce later.
So
That's
that's
all
all
from
for
us.
us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.